The camera is inside her living room. Her daughter is young and obsessed with hairstyling, so downstairs, propped in the corner, sits a styling mannequin head, a face with no body, a child's toy. Rianne is watching TV when it moves.
It sounds all independent, that's something quite natural. Everything makes sense. And you're going up what they call the bridge. You're doing this out, and this is good. And the next one, well, it's not quite as good. It didn't quite make sense to you, but you know, you've already paid for the next one, so you do that one.
The bridge, it's a metaphor for spirituality, your relationship to others. The person is supposed to become more able as they go up the bridge. And then the bridge heals, operating faith and faithfulness and spiritual being. That's the soul.
The first time, it's easy to doubt. The AC vent is nearby, but the mannequin is weighted at the base. It doesn't drift. The second time, both of them see it. The daughter doesn't freeze. She runs straight to her mother.
There's clip 2. My little girl jumped off the couch, ran over to me. I'm frantically telling my husband, oh my God, she just looked at me. My daughter's covering her mouth. I'm like, oh my God. He's looking behind, there's nothing there. I'm covering my face like, oh my God, I cannot believe this happened. And now I'm gesturing at the living room camera, saying, get your phone. You've got to look at this. You've got to look at that footage.
They checked behind the couch immediately. No animal. No object that could have made contact. Nothing that explains the movement. The footage is still up. The mannequin, notably, is not mentioned in Rianne's home anymore. What's in that corner now? January 29th, 2024, 2:30 a.m. Akina documents her life every day, consistently, since her son Bango was born. This footage exists in an account built on deliberate, continuous documentation. It wasn't captured by accident. She wakes to the door opening and closing. Then she sees him, her husband, standing in the doorway. Not a figure, not a silhouette. Her husband, the person she knows, in the place he comes home to, at the hour he sometimes returns. She gets up to greet him. That response was rational. She had no reason to think otherwise. The doorbell rings as the door opens. A doorbell requires contact with a button or a specific electronic trigger. That sound is on the recording. The figure turns and walks away. She follows, away from the room, away from Bango. Then she stops. The camera shows her standing in the hallway, motionless, facing the direction she was walking. She doesn't call out, She doesn't move toward the stairs. She simply stops and then turns back. She goes downstairs. The door is completely closed. She followed someone through a door that was shut when she arrived. The figure didn't use it. It couldn't have. A hypnagogic hallucination, a half-waking dream state, accounts for seeing a figure. It doesn't account for a doorbell on a recording. Her husband arrived home an hour later. Since that night, Akina doesn't let Bango sleep in that room alone. It wore her husband's face and walked her away from her child. What was it trying to reach? July 2025. A motion-activated home security camera. Living room. The owner is at work when his phone buzzes. The camera has triggered. The clip was posted by the owner himself, with the original app notification timestamp intact. Nobody should be home. The footage opens on an empty room. Then the dog walks in. It moves normally at first, sniffing, circling, and then it stops dead. Watch the collar. In the raw footage, it's easy to miss. Enhanced, the detail is unambiguous. The collar shifts, compresses, and is pulled sideways at neck height, as though gripped by a hand that isn't there. Skeptics will call it a glitch in the compression. Here's the problem with that. The owner confirmed that collar used a manual release buckle. Pressure alone won't move it. Something would have had to find the clasp. After that day, the dog began getting sick. 3 vet visits over the following month, each time inconclusive. The symptoms would clear, then return. The owner hasn't moved out. He just doesn't leave the dog home alone anymore. What triggered that camera before the dog